Ottoman noble rebels crossed into my land. The Ottomans are having some issues with some rebels, apparently. I wonder if they're starting to have decadence issues. Hello, everyone. My name is King Kongveal, and welcome back to my royal court here in Europa Universalis 4, where I'm ruling as King Kong, or the King of Kong, or the Emperor of Kong, if you will. So last episode, we did a bit of expanding. We continued fighting up in North Africa a little bit. Got most of the provinces in Africa now. There's only a handful left up here in North Africa. We've got Egypt and a couple of French provinces we need. We also got a little bit of expansion over here in the Philippines in preparation for our King Kong vs. Godzilla fight when we invade and fight Japan. Also broke my alliance with the Ottomans at the end of the last episode and rivaled them. I allied Bamanis and Bengal in preparation for trying to fight them. Hopefully I'll be able to get some of these guys to come join in. I'm gonna have to wait a few years before I do that. I think 7 years before I will be able to make France break their alliance with the Ottomans. And then I'll have to wait 5 years after that before I can call them in. In the meantime, I'll try to continue getting Bengal and Bamanis ready to go and continue trying to get the Austrian Empire to like me so that I can hopefully try to ally them and get them involved. But I guess without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into this episode and wait about a year and a half, a little over a year and a half, until my alliance with Tunis ends. And I'll go to war with them, vassalize them, and ally Genoa, and ask them to return these two provinces. So let's go ahead and get into it. All right, and I can ally Genoa. So let's go ahead and do that and start currying favors with them. There's my last quality idea. Artillery compatibility plus 10%. And several policies, so let's see what they give. Yeah, we'll go ahead and get these two. They'll be nice in the war against the Ottomans. Alright, colony just finished. Let's get the next. I can get my next age ability, admin efficiency plus 5%. Alright, my truce with Tunis just ended, so let's go ahead and declare war. Another province is done. I can send a colonist there. And I can get Diplotech 19. And there's Tunis fully sieged down. So I'm going to take everything except for one province and vassalize them. And I'll take all their money while I'm at it. There we go. Now I need 93 favors to return Tunis and 30 to return this other one. All right, that'll be a little while. I can start my golden era. I'm gonna wait. I'll do that right before I go to war with the Ottomans in about 10 years. Another thing I think I'm gonna do, I've been thinking about this for a while. Being a horde is great. It's been a lot of fun, but I think I might switch off from being a horde. Actually, before I do that, I need to raise these provinces that I just got. And core them up. I haven't cored them up yet. That's smart of me. I'm just sitting here not coring these provinces that I got. So let's core them up. And yeah, I'm thinking of switching off from being a horde. Now, I really am going to miss that plus 20% land force limit and the manpower limit and the movement speed and reinforce costs. So they've got a lot of good stuff, but I think I might switch over to being a monarchy. I think in the long run, that's actually going to help me more. So yeah, let's go ahead and do it. Sure. Let's go from a native tribe to a horde to a monarchy. There we go. And let's see. For tier 1, I think I'm just going to go with an autocracy, mainly for the unjustified demands. Tier 2, strengthen noble privileges for the manpower modifier. Tier 3, could go with exile colonial companies, but I'm not really going to need that too much more. I'm not too worried about that. I think we're going to go with decentralized bureaucracy, mainly to get more promoted cultures, because I have a ton of cultures in my empire. If I can promote a couple more of them, that would be nice. Tier 4, I'm trying to decide between separate the clergy from state. No. I think I'm going to go with curtail clerical privileges, mainly for the admin tech cost benefit. Tier 5, I don't know. Sustained discipline is nice, with the land attrition concern, I'm going to be going into a bunch of desert, and I have a bunch of desert up here where I'm going to be fighting a lot. So the land attrition will be nice. Having some defensive stance would be nice as well. I do have a defensive perimeter up here in preparation, but military engineering for the barrage cost is nice as well. Well, I'm planning on going on the offensive, so let's go with the sustained discipline. Tier 6, it's royal decree for the absolutism. Tier 7, I think it's going to be administrative clergy. There we go. We have a lot to go, but has some pretty good progress. And my max absolutism now is over 100. So that's good. That's good. And I can give out some privileges, like land of commerce, religious state, primacy of the emirs. That gets my max absolutism down to 75. That's not too bad. That's still pretty good. So we'll summon the diet, seize land, and let's see. We'll go with the ulama and put a manufactory and wadagu. I can get Miltech 20. Gets me new cannons. Let's go with the howitzer. And that also gets me African modernization now that I'm not a horde. And a neighboring country has less than 1 technology ahead of me. So I gained 3 innovativeness, 20 prestige. Very nice. Colony is done. Let's get one more. Let's go with this one up here. I'm going to ask Genoa for a province back for Tunis. And then the other one I need, like, I think it was 99 favors for. So, that's going to be a while. And there's Diplotech 20. And a colony is done. So let's get this province here. I can get Admin Tech 21, but I haven't yet embraced manufactories. I'm still a long way off from that. So let's hold off. Let's hold off for a little bit. Ottoman noble rebels crossed into my land. The Ottomans are having some issues with some rebels, apparently. I wonder if they're starting to have decadence issues. That would be nice. Oh, crap. Yeah, I can make France break their alliance with the Ottomans. So now, in 5 years, hopefully I'll be able to get Austria to help out. I'm going to scornfully insult Russia so that mainly Austria, but also Bengal will like me more. Well, Austria now likes me. Will they ally me? They will. They will ally me. Oh, yeah. Let's do it. All right, there we go. Nice. Nice. I can get my next age ability. Protecting forts. Fort maintenance on borders with rival minus 100%, which is all of these forts here. Finished another colony. Let's start another one. I'm going to make Bengal reduce their opinion of the Ottomans. All right, I can embrace manufactories if I get 9,000 ducats. Okay. Luckily, I've got merchant guild loans. So let's embrace the institution and let's tech up to 21 across the board. There we go. And get rid of all these edicts. Let's take out one more loan and get some more troops. And let's start telling people to prepare for war. Not Austria because I don't have the favors for that and to call them into the war. But France, Bengal, and Genoa once I get a little bit more relations with them. Alright, I've got the relations with Genoa, so let's ask them to prepare for war. Alright, I'm gonna start my golden era to get mostly the morale of armies. Alright, let's do it. Alright, there's France's truce with the Ottomans, so let's see if I can get everyone into war. God, they've got 500,000 troops. Oh gosh, this is gonna hurt. But, alright, everyone will come in. Everyone will come in. That's good. Let's declare for Benghazi. Let's do it. Let's go get the Ottomans. Oh. I just walked right into a bunch of forces here. That's gonna hurt. Yeah. Ouchies. That didn't work too well. Well, I found all their troops. They're all right here. Or I can get another colony. And another colony. As I'm getting... Well, as they're trying to siege me down here. But I am working on trying to get them up here. Well, France and Austria are doing some good work up here. I'm struggling, but got a little bit, but I'm occupied a bit. I just lost a battle where I outnumbered them 3-1. I'm starting to get some good wins in some battles here. Starting to recoup my losses. And I can get Admin Tech 22, which gets me Town Halls, which is nice, but also gets me another idea group. I think I'm gonna go with defensive, actually. Yeah, let's go with defensive. And I'm not gonna go ahead and get that because I'm close to getting Miltech 22, and I want to get that first. And there's Miltech 22. And as soon as I finish this fight, I will get new cannons. Horse artillery. My emperor died. And I can get Diplo 22. Only one more Diplotech away from getting Imperialism, so I can fight Japan. Alright, we're starting to get pushed back in a couple of areas, but we've got 97% war score, so I can definitely take lots. Let's go ahead and take... Yeah, let's take this. So this is the border of what I want from them. So I just need a couple more provinces from them for what I want to own, regardless of if I can dismantle and eliminate the Ottomans. We'll see if that's going to be a feasible thing. I don't know if it will, honestly. To be honest, I'd be surprised if I can, but we'll still give it a shot. And the reason why I'm getting those is just that's the, the area, the different states where they are cut off. So I think that'll be good enough. So let's go ahead and peace out of this war. Portugal, the Ottomans, and Spain are the only ones that are mad. I still won't be over 100 overextension with all this. Yeah, let's do it. Let's see how much of this money will I get. I'll actually get a lot of it. 304 ducats out of the 410. That's not too bad. But I'll tell you what, Austria and France did a lot of work to help in that war. God, that was a tough war. I lost a lot. Lost a lot of troops. Got several stack wipes against me. But we won. Thank goodness for good allies. And I cannot reduce war exhaustion, so let's just core up what I can. And now let's chill for a little bit. Recoup some manpower. Recruit some troops. Actually, I'm pretty good on troops now. With those stack wipes, that got me down from a little over force limit to right about force limit, so that's perfect. That's perfect. So let's chill a little bit, continue working to try to get Tunis back from Genoa, and yeah, we'll be good. There's 2 colonies that are done, so let's get 2 more. And we only have 2 more left to colonize after that. Very nice, very nice. We're almost done colonizing Africa. I can get my first defensive idea, army tradition from battles, plus 100%. Ooh. The Ottomans tell of the power struggle of the Ottoman Empire. They're starting to have decadence issues. Darn. I feel so bad for them. It couldn't have happened to a better country. For them. I have a new heir. 536. Pretty good, pretty good. I can use my Muslim piety interaction one more time. So let's go ahead and debase currency and reduce corruption. And I can get another age ability. Autonomy change cooldown. No, let's go with the harsh treatment cost. So I got some rebels that I can deal with. And that'll give me more absolutism. Well, I'm actually already at the max, but yeah, whatever. Bengal's calling me into a war in China. Sure. I don't really think I will really help out. That's a long way over there. Difficult for me to get there, and I'm sure they're fine. I can get my second defensive idea, morale of armies plus 15%. Colonies done. And for some reason the colonist here didn't get sent. I thought it had. So I'm going to send a colonist to the final province that needs to be colonized. So these 2 are coming, and this one's working. And then they will all be colonized. And now I only need 2 provinces from France, 1 from Genoa that I'm working on. I'm getting close to being able to get that. Then I'll have to annex Tunis with their 4 provinces. And I need to get, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more from the Ottomans in our next war. Almost done with Africa. Then Japan and Godzilla, King Kong is coming for you. Ah, the Ottomans tell of the decadence of the Pasha. Yeah, they're definitely having decadence issues. Nice. Ottoman's gonna blow up. Russia no longer considers me a rival. Nice. And I can get my next defensive idea. Land maintenance modifier -5% and regiment manpower usage -5%. That's a pretty good one. No, wait. That's what's next. I was hovering over the wrong thing. I get land leader maneuver +1. There it is. And there's the war that Bengal started over. See, I knew they'd be able to do it on their own. Yeah, they're getting pretty big, getting into China there. Colony is self-sustaining, but I've got nowhere else to colonize, at least not in Africa. And probably, honestly, nowhere else to colonize anywhere. Wow, look at that Inca. Very nice. Nice to see a good big Inca. Always happy to see that. I'm also happy to see a nice big Khmer. Don't see that too often. You don't often see it where they take stuff from Ayutthaya. I definitely appreciate that. Can I ally them? Yeah, probably. Let's give it a shot. I like Khmer. It's Cambodia, and I like it. I'll be playing them soon. Maybe even after this playthrough. Norway asked for military access through me. One province, Norway, up here, and Kola. They wanted military access through me. Why? Also, Livonian Order. Wow. All right. And of course, Teutonic Order is massive. And the Austrian Empire just keeps getting bigger, as does Genoa. Lithuania's doing pretty well. I mean, Poland's gone. Split between Lithuania and the Austrian Empire, mostly the Austrian Empire. But yeah, several interesting things going on. The Ottomans are having the Janissary coup. Oof, okay, they are gonna start hurting really bad here. And the plot of the harem. Ouch. Yeah, they're done. They're done. I like to think that I helped out with that some. And there's an alliance with the Khmer. And there's, well, mid-January 1671. I thought I paused it at January 1st, but I apparently had not. So that will bring us to the end of this episode. So we did a bit of expanding up here in North Africa. We got most of Tunis. We got them as a vassal, and we'll be annexing them shortly. As soon as we get 5 more favors with Genoa to return this province and get a little bit more improved relations. Why am I not improving relations with these guys? And then we'll be able to annex them. And we also fought a big war against the Ottomans, in which we had France, the Austrian Empire, Genoa, and Bengal as helpers. And we won and got most of what I needed from them. Just have a few more provinces here in Egypt to finish them off. And after we do that, and after we get this province and annex Tunis, the only provinces in Africa that we'll still need to get are these 2 from France. In addition to that, I can't remember if it was this episode or last episode, we got some provinces over here. I've started sending some troops over here in preparation for the invasion of Japan, which will happen next episode as soon as I get Diplotech 23, which according to this will be in 6 years, in 1681. So as soon as I get that, I'll get imperialism, and we're going to fight Japan, and King Kong will fight Godzilla. And the other exciting thing that happened is the Ottomans are starting to get, well, they're going through the decadence issues. They've had all sorts of things, the decadence of the Pasha, the Janissary coup, the harem thing. I don't remember exactly what it was, but they're having issues. They're having serious issues right now. Hopefully that'll help me dismantle and eliminate the Ottomans, which is, I guess, a tertiary goal. But I am gonna end it here. So thank you for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, be sure to come back next week for the next episode and check out my other playthrough I've got going on where I'm playing as a Jam and will be forming Persia and becoming Zoroastrian. Also check out the playthrough that I ended recently, which was a really fun one where I started as Aragon, formed Sardinia Piedmont, formed Italy, and then formed the Roman Empire, got the Mare Nostrum achievement. That was a really fun playthrough, so you should definitely check that out. So I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, however much of it is left, and I will catch you all next time. Take care, everyone. Bye.